Go with the tenant owner. He has had a rental property now, one rental property, just got started for 1 week. So I'm gonna ask you a question. How has it been owning one rental property? The good, the bad, the ugly?
Okay, it hasn't been too bad owning the property. Definitely a learning lesson, one step at a time. Slowly fixing it up, getting it ready. We are doing live showings as we speak. Just taking one day at a time.
What have you learned with showings?
What have I learned with showings?
About
people are all over the place. Sometimes they'll show, sometimes they won't. You'll get all kind of random questions, and you just have to be prepared to answer those questions with knowledge.
How important do you think it is to have an application?
I think the application process is very important. It allows you to learn the tenant without knowing them personally, a little deeper insight on their background.
If by some chance you didn't have an application and you just made a judgment on how the person looked, came, talked to you, oh, this is my homeboy, or they fine, and oh, she has a baby. If you base your judgment on just the showing and not on the application, do you think you would have more headaches in the future, or do you think you would be able to get really good people that way?
Well, it's honestly hit or miss because you can never judge a book by its cover, but I do think the application process is definitely more beneficial.
Okay. And then, do you think it's hard to figure out how much to rent a unit for?
I don't think it's very challenging. You just have to know what you want.
Okay. All right. And then, in regards to the showings, you're doing the showings, you realize that you're wasting gas and your time to do these showings. So, have you thought of any new techniques to maybe cut down on the amount of showings you're doing? Maybe make some modifications in your advertisement to cut down on certain people. Like, for instance, it sucks to get right at the last minute. It sucks. You're doing a showing and then all of a sudden you're doing a showing for a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment, and then all of a sudden the person shows up and they say, I have 5 kids, it's gonna be me and my boyfriend. So have you experienced that at all?
Yeah.
You've experienced that. Have you thought of any techniques to cut down on, because it's obvious a 1 or 2-bedroom is not gonna be sufficient for 3 kids and 2 adults.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest, I have not thought of any other techniques, but being as you just asked me the question, some kind of popped up in my head. Maybe possibly only cutting down to certain days of the week, not just every day, any time of day. When I'm find my time available. Maybe I could just do a set maybe every Friday or every Saturday. Make it between a certain time to cut down.
Okay, and then the last question, just for the time being, have you found it complicated who to choose and who not to choose?
Yeah. That again, you can never judge a book by its cover. So just one person at a time. Whoever fits the best. First come, first serve. Whoever's best fitting first.
Okay. The next time we do this follow-up interview, we're gonna add to this interview, and we want to know what your criteria is that you're looking for to let someone into your unit. I mean, if they have a felony, are you okay with the felony? If they have a misdemeanor, are you okay with the misdemeanor? If they have children, are you okay with that? If they have animals, are you okay with that? Pretty much the whole audience is seeing somebody that probably they can relate to. They don't have any properties, they want to have some properties, or they just got 1 or 2 and they're going to learn from you. So next interview that we'll add to this is going to be a follow-up where we allow you to have your notes, and then we just want to know a little bit more, what are you doing in regards to your criteria. All right, so that's that for now, and we'll go ahead and continue this a little bit later.